Welcome back. It's the big breaking news that we are focusing on from Tamil Nadu. Superstar Rajinikanth may join politics. Sources have said that the BJP is wooing Rajinikanth. RSS ideologue S. Gurumurthy has been in touch with him. Though we are told that Rajinikanth wants to float his own party. But interestingly, superstar Amitabh Bachchan, who had also taken a political plunge, has advised Rajini against joining politics. Joining me now is senior journalist T.S. Sudhir from Chennai. Sudhir, you know, this has been a speculation for the longest time if Rajinikanth would ever take a political plunge. What's the reason that's driving this move now?
Well, in the midst of entire OPS versus SASIKALA and the political turmoil that we are seeing in the last couple of months, there has been increasing pressure, especially by the BJP leadership on Rajinikanth, that he should join their party. But Rajinikanth in, of course, two minds about whether joining the BJP in a state like Tamil Nadu, which is known for its Dravidian culture and an anti-Hindi sentiment, whether joining the BJP would really be the most politically sensible thing to do. So what I'm told by my sources, by people very close to Rajinikanth, is that he is giving serious thought to the chances of floating his own party. But as usual, Rajinikanth, known for vacillating, is in a dilemma. He wants to finish one more movie. He even talks of going to the Himalayas for meditation for some time. He's due to go to the US in the summer for a health checkup. But yes, at this point, the fact that there is a very clear political vacuum, he is giving serious thought to the chances of floating his own party and tapping into that vacuum, especially to the youth who we saw in large numbers in a place like, for instance, who he and well-wishers.
Okay, Sudhir, we seem to be losing that line with you. We'll try and reconnect, but news editor Shiv Arur is also joining us on the phone line. He's been tracking developments in Chennai too. Shiv, tell us, what are you picking up from sources, you know, in terms of the BJP wooing Rajinikanth? Do they seem confident that they'll succeed in this?
No, it's a very, very tantalizing piece of information that the BJP is reaching out to Rajinikanth. We'd heard, you know, rumblings of this kind of thing even early in 2016, right around the time when, you know, when Rajinikanth had actually gotten onto Twitter. There was a huge buzz that it was Prime Minister Modi who had convinced Rajinikanth to embrace social media and come out more in the public. Now, whether or not that is true or not is not really known. But what we do know is Rajinikanth, in you know, weeks and months, has come on Twitter and praised Modi most recently for demonetization move by the government. And that has given rise to a whole lot of interpretation. TSC is now reporting that the BJP is wooing Rajinikanth. Would be in keeping with the BJP recognizing that it doesn't have really much of a foot in the door in Tamil Nadu. The established parties is pretty much set in terms of the regional, forces that are at play here, the DMK and the AIADMK. And given that the BJP doesn't really have much of a relationship with the new AIADMK, it has always looked towards some kind of a secret weapon, some kind of big bang move that would, you know, blow open the door of Tamil Nadu to them politically. And bigger, force could there be from Tamil Nadu than Talaivar himself. He has, of course, dabbled in politics before, even though it hadn't been a very, successful venture in politics. But the BJP is really looking at Rajinikanth as a force, a force they can employ for themselves in the state. It definitely isn't something that should be ignored.
Right, Shiv. In fact, T.S. Sudhir is also back on the phone line with us. Sudhir, you know, in terms of this other piece of information that Rajinikanth is interested in floating his own party, are there other parties too that are reaching out to him? What more can you share with our viewers at this point?
No, it is essentially the BJP, Smita, which has reached out to him, putting extreme pressure, we are told, on Rajinikanth to be its chief ministerial face and really lead the party in the next elections whenever they are held. And given the kind of political turmoil that we are seeing, the BJP expects that some kind of a snap poll or a midterm election could be announced in Tamil Nadu at the earliest. But Rajinikanth's main dilemma is that the BJP may not really be the right vehicle, the right political vehicle for him to ride on, given the very Dravidian culture of Tamil Nadu and an anti-Hindi sentiment, given the fact that BJP is seen essentially as a Hindi heartland party. So his well-wishers and friends have told me that he is giving serious thought to the possibility of launching and floating his own party and dipping into the sentiment, into the political vacuum, and also into the youth vote, which largely would obviously gravitate towards someone like Rajinikanth. The flip side, of course, is that his very close friend Amitabh Bachchan, who of course also had an innings in politics in the 80s, has strongly advised Rajinikanth against entering into the cesspool of politics as he described it in the 80s. On the other hand, you have Tughlaq editor and RSS ideologue and someone very close to Narendra Modi, S. Gurumurthy, inviting Rajinikanth to enter politics. So Rajinikanth is, as usual, vacillating. He's torn between different opinions that he is getting, but his well-wishers believe that it is now or never. Now there is some kind of a political vacuum, and in which someone like Rajinikanth with a clean image can actually succeed. So he has not made up his mind. He's due to go to the US for a health checkup sometime in April. He's also expressed a desire to do one more film for his younger daughter Saundarya Rajinikanth. He's also expressed a desire to go to the Himalayas for some time for meditation. But yes, the last word has not been said, but yes, we do know it from very, very close sources of Rajinikanth, close friends of Rajinikanth and well-wishers, that he is giving serious thought to floating his own party.
But Sudhir, keeping in mind that at the moment, of course, the ball lies in the governor's court as to what happens between the Paneerselvam faction and Sasikala. But if the BJP is already in wooing mode for Rajinikanth, or Rajinikanth is thinking of another party, are the parties basically preparing for much closer elections than expected?
Well, the BJP believes that given the kind of splintering that has taken place in the AIADMK, there is some kind of a space which has been created for a party like the BJP. It will get some kind of a toehold, and that it would like to exploit, given the fact that the other national party, the Congress, is virtually reduced to nothing. It is essentially having to ride on the DMK's strength in most of the constituencies. The BJP believes that it can emerge as some kind of a third force in Tamil Nadu politics, but what it lacks is a huge, big popular face. None of its leaders really have that kind of pan-Tamil Nadu appeal. Someone like a Rajinikanth really fits that bill, and given his personal equation and friendship with Narendra Modi, that is what the BJP is trying to tap into. That remember in 2014 when Narendra Modi had come to Chennai for campaigning, he had actually visited Narendra Modi at his home attired in a beshti. So that's the kind of personal equation the two share, and that's what the BJP is hoping to tap into.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there, T.S. Sudhir, but we'll continue to track, in fact, this very, very interesting political development on the other side of the break as well. Of course, when it comes to Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, there is no dearth of such towering figures who have made that transition from real life to real life into the political arena.